Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to GameTube, and welcome back to our Garten of Banban character concept series. So for today's video, we'll be going into the character concept for Flumbo. So we'll get into this character's possible backstory, gameplay mechanics, and all that good stuff as well. But before we do any of that, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. It also keeps you up to date with all the videos that we post. Also, just before we start this video, I would like to let you all know that this is not definitive of what will actually happen in Garten of Banban 8. This is just a fan theory and a fun story we get to tell, and we hope you enjoy. But alrighty, with that all out of the way, let's get into the character concept of Flumbo. So Garten of Banban 7 has finally released, and with this latest chapter, we definitely see some interesting things. From finally meeting Syringan, to seeing the Nordified characters, and even an epic battle with Jumbo Josh. But probably the most interesting of all is the secret character hiding in the family painting. At the end of this chapter, Stinger Flynn notices that it looks like one of the photos of Banban can be peeled away. Syringan tells both Flynn and the player not to worry about it and leave it alone. It seems he really doesn't want the player to peel away this image of Banban, but despite what Syringan says, the player peels the sticker away and reveals a mystery blue character. This blue character looks just like Banban, but before the player can find out any more information, Syringan tells them never to play with the devil. And then straight after, the player is attacked by the crazed doctor. It seems that Syringan knows something about this character, and he wants to keep them a secret. But now that the player has seen this secret character, the doctor has no choice but to silence them. But who is this mystery blue character? And why is it so important to keep them a secret? Well, sooner or later, the player will find out who exactly this blue character is, and also why they've been kept such a secret for so long. So this strange blue version of Banban is in fact named Flumbo. Flumbo is quite similar in appearance to Banban but has some noticeable differences. For one, he isn't wearing the double party hats, and he has golden yellow accents above and below his eyes and below his mouth. But what happened to Flumbo? Why has the player only seen or heard about him up until now? It's obvious that he's been kept a secret, but from the looks of the family picture, it seems he's been replaced by Banban. This is heavily suggested from the Banban cutout that's been pasted over Flumbo's image. Could it be that this was the original mascot for the kindergarten? Maybe instead of Banban's kindergarten, it would have been Flumbo's kindergarten. But why did this original character get replaced? He looks like a perfectly normal character compared to the others. Well, maybe he was a failed Juvenium subject that didn't make the cut. Or, quite possibly, he could have been far too dangerous to be the main mascot. Regardless, the player will soon find out the answers to these questions. So, after the player was knocked out by Syringan, they wake up in a holding cell. The doctor must have locked them in here to stop them from finding out the truth. And sure enough, Syringan appears before the player. He tells the player that they should have never peeled back the Banban photo. They just had to keep asking questions, and it was those kind of questions that landed them in this cell. He explains that this is what happens to those who don't listen to the doctor. Syringan was doing this for their own good. They can't find out the truth. He wouldn't let them. So inside this cell is where they'll stay for good. He walks off and leaves the player locked inside, but the player still has control of their drone, and with its help they'll break out of here. So the player needs to navigate the drone towards the control panel on the wall outside the cell. Once they've maneuvered the drone correctly, they finally hit the switch. The cell door unlocks and the player is free. Now they need to find a way out of this secret area. Hopefully they can escape from Syringan and get out of here. As they make their way through this area, they notice something written on the walls. It reads, "Blue is true," and another reads, "Red replacement." So it seems that Banban did in fact replace this mystery blue character. And this blue Banban was the original. Eventually, after walking down a number of corridors, the player meets this character. They find out that his name is actually Flumbo. He too is locked away inside a cell. He explains that he was the original mascot for what was meant to be Flumbo's kindergarten, but he was replaced by Banban and locked away here. It seems that Syringan is the only one who knows about him, and the doctor has locked him away to hide the real truth. But if the player sets Flumbo free, then they can both escape here together and set things right. All the player needs to do is find the keycard to Flumbo's cell. He tells them they can find it in the colour room. So the player sets off and tries to find it, and sure enough, they find themselves inside this special room. This is where the player can design their own coloured keycard in order to unlock Flumbo's cell. The coloured keycard they need is yellow and blue. So they need to activate the correct switches in order to generate this card. It would be a trial and error process, but eventually they would get it. When they finally make the blue and yellow card, they return back to Flumbo's cell. The cell unlocks and Flumbo thanks the player. He tells them there's no time to waste and they need to get out of here quickly. But suddenly all the lights turn off. The player can't see a thing, but suddenly out of the darkness shine two white eyes. The lights turn back on, revealing the devilish version of Flumbo. Just like Banban, his true dark side has awakened. The player needs to quickly run before Devil Flumbo catches them. They need to find the exit and get out of here. As they run through all the corridors, Devil Flumbo is close behind. The player needs to run as fast as they can and make sure not to hit a dead end. If they get trapped in a dead end, then Devil Flumbo will find them and it'll be game over. But after running for their life, the player finally locates the exit. They quickly hop onto an elevator and make their way up. Hopefully they would be safe from this demonic version of Flumbo. But why did he suddenly change? Was this his true identity? Was this the reason he was locked up in the first place? Maybe they should never have revealed the secret painting of Flumbo. Maybe he was kept a secret for a reason. The player was sure this wouldn't be the last time they'd encounter Flumbo. Now that he's free, he'll find a way to get out of here. They would need to be careful when they see him next, because now the player knows they've unleashed something they shouldn't have. And as for what Flumbo has planned is uncertain, but soon enough all will be revealed. So I think that Flumbo is going to be a great character in Garten of Banban 8. I'm excited to see what this character will truly be like and what his overall story will reveal. Perhaps he'll be a friendly character, but when it comes to this series, you can never tell for certain. I'm also interested if this is the actual original Banban or if he has any relation to Banban and Banbaleena as well. But as for who and what he really is will remain a mystery until Chapter 8. And until the game releases, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing, as that helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of Flumbo and what you'd like to see going forward. As always, thank you all for watching, and also a big thank you to our GamerTube members. Alrighty everyone, well until our next Garten of Banban character concept video, I'll catch you later, bye.